Today we've got some of these Blackwing matte soft graphite pencils and a Blackwing one-step sharpener. So, what's the deal with these? Blackwing pencils were used by award-winning creators throughout the 20th century. Despite a cult following, they fell victim to cost-cutting measures in the early 1990s and were discontinued, but not forgotten. Analog-minded devotees began paying as much as $40 for a single pencil. We acquired the brand in 2010 and brought Blackwing back for a growing culture of artists, musicians, and everyday people looking to unplug and live mindfully. I am really into these, to be totally honest with you. The last few years I've been spending a lot of time at the computer, lots of typing, lots and lots of staring at screens, and as a result I've kind of been trying to do more stuff in more of an analog way, take notes by hand, do small sketches, you know, basically just trying to avoid using the computer where possible. And I've really gotten into these pencils. Writing with pencils in general, I've actually started to find it really, really enjoyable. There's something very appealing, really, really analog just about using a pencil. And I think there's actually, I think I can make some quite sound arguments as to why you might want to use a pencil over a pen. Really, really useful, really, really versatile writing tool. So let's open these up and take a little look.
Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video.
So nice. I absolutely love the aesthetic on these. Pure black with a brass ferrule, black eraser. Very, very, very nice indeed. Black is my favourite colour. That debossed gold logo there. Really, really, really nice. The aesthetic obviously is super, super minimal. And I kind of appreciate that in a writing instrument. You know, usually pencils have got maybe a barcode on them, loads of branding, they'll have the graphite hardness level, you know, be it like HB, 4B, 4F, you know, whatever it's going to be. I really appreciate a pencil with just nothing on it. It's got a classic hexagonal profile, weighs barely anything. It's quite a lot longer than a standard pencil, which I quite like. You know, you can use it right down to the nub and still, you know, grasp it, still grip it. That's thanks to this big ferrule on the end. All in all, I just think it's a really, really well thought out design. Really, really nice. Let's sharpen one up. This is the Blackwing sharpener that I got at the same time. Made of complete aluminium. Not too heavy, but feels good. Feels really, really nice. Nice well-cut threads. Here's the blade. Sits inside here really beautifully. Slots down in there. Nice. All in all, this is all very, very satisfying to use. Love it. Absolutely love it. Let's sharpen one of these guys up. Oh. I'm telling you guys, there's something super satisfying about just sharpening a pencil. Am I crazy? I don't Am I crazy? It just feels good. There's just enough resistance as I'm spinning the pencil here. One thing I'll say is that these pencils smell really, really good. What does it say here? Crafted with California incense cedar and Japanese graphite. Iconic design, replaceable eraser, sales benefit blocks, music programs and schools. Interesting. So, they smell great. It's not something I've ever found in a pencil before. Really, really nice. Should we have a little look at the pencil sharpening stuff? Man, I love this. It's very similar to using a wood plane, if you've ever used one of those. Really, really nice to see wafer thin slices of wood. It all plays into that like complete analog vibe, you know? So should we do a bit of writing here? One of the appeals of using a pencil for me is that I think it's got just a couple of quite compelling advantages over a normal pen. First of all, pencils are really versatile. You can make really nice thin lines, light lines, dark lines, medium lines, extra dark lines. It's a very versatile writing implement. It's just got just the right amount of resistance. Really, really nice. Plus you can shade with it. You can't do that with a pen. You can use different parts of the pencil to make different shapes, like different fine lines, thick lines. You can smudge. Obviously you can rub it out. You can rub stuff out. Can't do that with a pen, can you? Another factor is that pencils, you know, it's just a nice bit of wood here. Nice bit of wood, nice bit of graphite, really small metal ferrule on the end. It's quite sustainable, you know? It's not like a plastic pen, you know, you throw it away, what happens? Ends up in landfill somewhere. It's kind of depressing, isn't it? Just some nice old school wood. Something I find like very, very pleasing about that. I'll tell you something else I find satisfying. And this kind of plays off what I was saying earlier, trying to get off the computer. Screwing up pieces of paper and throwing them in the bin is a vital part of the creative process, for me, anyway. Definitely helps refine my ideas. This sharpener is really, really nice. It cuts through the wood super easily. Tiny amount of resistance, not too much, just enough so that you know the pencil is being sharpened. I appreciate that it's made of all aluminium as well. It just feels like a nice quality piece. And the main thing is that it gives a slightly concave point, which seems just to make the tip just a little bit stronger. By the way, this is all from like a complete noob's perspective, by the way. I'm not an artist or anything like that. I have no strong, you know, opinions about, you know, different styles of pencils or anything like this. I don't make my career from drawing or using stationery in any description whatsoever. I'm just a guy that uses pens and pencils to take notes, do the odd doodle, do the odd sketch. On the website, they make quite a big deal about the eraser, the replaceable eraser, which, you know, I've not really made my mind up about that. I suspect that I will run the pencil down to the nib, you know, before I actually need to replace the rubber. Full disclosure, I'm more of a crosser out guy, you know, than a rubber out. Oh God, you can tell I don't do much handwriting, can't you? Absolutely atrocious. I enjoy that they're really long. It seems quite a lot longer than a normal pencil, which is great. You know, once you get down to the nub, you still hold it, still make some lines. You know, still usable. Just take a minute to just appreciate the completely minimal aesthetic on this. It really is gorgeous. You know, just some wood, some graphite, bit of metal. The pencil really is, you know, should be like the minimalist's writing tool of choice, shouldn't it? Should we do a little doodle? What should we draw? Usually when I'm drawing, I'll draw a little something. Let's do a little boat. That's one of my standard go-to little doodles. Oh, you guys are going to hate this. I'll talk about my experiences a little bit. So there's just a little bit of resistance, you know, as you glide the pencil over the paper. There's just a tiny bit of resistance, not too much. That's something, isn't it? Should we put a little octopus? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, there's that. Now that I've embarrassed myself, let's do some more. What about a classic cube? Let's do a bit of shading. One thing I like about using pencils is that it feels just a little bit less serious. You know, you're a little bit less committed than when you're using a pen. You know, you can make rushed, hashed out lines like this, and it kind of plays into the whole pencil vibe. You know, it's not too serious. These pencils come in a variety of different hardnesses. This is one of the softer ones. I don't think it's the softest, but it's definitely one of the softer ones, which I like. I like using a pencil where I can make a nice dark line. I guess this is one downside to using a soft graphite pencil, but when you've got a sharpener like this, which is just a pleasure to use, I don't find myself minding much at all. So nice. I cannot really describe in words how nice it is to write with this. They make a big fuss on the website about the special Japanese graphite that is used in these pencils. Now, I'm not totally convinced on that, but all I can tell you is that it's very nice to write with. It just kind of glides over the page. Just a little bit of resistance, but not too much. That is nice. So why would you be interested in this, something like this? Because, you know, full disclosure, these are not cheap, these pencils. I know I said earlier in the introduction about, analog-minded devotees began paying as much as $40 for a single pencil. Luckily, I did not have to spend $40 to get this pencil. I believe they were just over $1 each to get them in. 2 times the price of your standard, you know, store-bought pencil. Is it worth it? Well, it's worth it to me. I've definitely been enjoying using it a lot. I'm not sure I buy into the hype fully, but I mean, certainly it's a nice product. You can tell that a lot of care has gone into the production. You know, it's been thought out very, very well indeed. And I do appreciate the kind of the cult following that it has, you know. I like that. It's kind of like being in on The Secret. You know, hey, there's these, you know, secret underground pencil company that's making the world's best pencils. It's pretty compelling, you know. So why would you be interested in this? Well, if you're an artist, I think this is quite a compelling pencil. It makes beautiful dark lines. It feels great in the hand. I really like the fact that it's a bit longer. What about for like pen spinning? I mean, I can't really do it, but perhaps it would be good for that. I know the pens they use for pen spinning are on the longer side. Maybe you're just a writer. A big part of my job is to write. Obviously, I type most of the time, but if I just want to take a few notes down or kind of write the bare bones of a script or something like that, I've taken to doing it analog. You know, just a quick bullet-pointed list. It's nice. Maybe you're just a doodler. In that case, I think this is a compelling pencil also, you know? It's enjoyable to use, you know? It really is enjoyable to use. That is the world's worst cat. There's definitely a lot of satisfaction to be had in using nice, high quality drawing tools and writing tools. Just a reminder that I never said I could draw. Alright, this is a complete noob's drawing perspective, but take it for what it's worth. Why else? Maybe you just want to flex on your co-workers. I think that's totally legitimate. You know, rock up to the office on Monday morning with some extra fine stationery. That's nice. I mean, whatever gets you through the day. Whatever gets you through the day. All in all, I think this is a super compelling product, to be quite honest with you. If you are interested at all in pencils or in writing tools, maybe you just have an eye for good design, maybe consider picking up one of these pencils. They come in packs of 12, I believe, so it's just over $1 each. Great packaging. Looks good on your desk. I'm quite anal about my desk. I really like it to look good, not be too cluttered. Helps me think. So the fact that they come in this nice box, that's good. It just looks nice, you know, just sat there on the desk, doesn't look out of place. Same with the sharpener. Looks very pro, very sleek, very high quality. All in all, a very compelling offering from Blackwing. So that's it for this episode. If you are interested in product design and things like that, consider subscribing to the channel. We release 2 videos every week where we get products on the show, we talk about them, we're going to discuss design choices and things like that, use cases, and we have some fun with it. Thanks very much.
This video was brought to you by DeadeyeClub.com, makers of the Wishbone EDC slingshot. Head over there now and consider picking up their $100 Mischief Kit, which includes everything you need to start shooting a slingshot. The Wishbone itself, 3 replacement band sets, and some ammo. It's the most fun you can have for $100 and you'll be supporting the channel.